Good morning and welcome to Daily Devotions with Pastor Joe. I'm Pastor Joe. For this morning, we're looking into the book of Matthew chapter 5, once again to the Sermon on the Mount, and taking a cursory beginning look at Matthew 5:38 through 48 here, where Jesus talks about the laws of retaliation, an eye for an eye, and the idea, the concept that he introduces about loving your enemies, not just those who do good to you, but even to those who hurt, curse, and despitefully use you and persecute you. Right here at the beginning of the video, I'd like to just give an encouragement to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share this video with a friend, watch all the way to the end, and enjoy discussing a little bit about God's Word today. Jesus said in Matthew 5:38, "Ye have heard that it hath been said, an eye for an eye, and a tooth for a tooth. But I say unto you that ye resist not evil. Whosoever shall smite thee on thy right cheek, turn to him the other also. And if any man will sue thee at the law, and take away thy coat, let him have thy cloke also. And whosoever shall compel thee to go a mile, go with him twain. Give to him that asketh thee, and from him that would borrow of thee, turn not thou away." And Jesus is talking here about a concept that was very foreign to the people of his day, and is honestly just as foreign to us today, and shouldn't be. The idea of the Old Testament was, civilly at least, that if somebody had stolen something from you, they were to repay it. If somebody had accidentally poked out your eye, that theirs would be poked out as well as a result of the law. If they broke your tooth, theirs would be broken as well. There was the eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, equal for equal punishment of things. But he's putting up a concept here of, instead of us seeking retaliation, instead of us seeking to get vengeance, to get revenge on somebody, that whenever somebody has treated us spitefully or evilly, that we turn and we show them what's coming up here, love, instead. Now, that doesn't mean that you don't defend yourself in a heated moment when somebody attacks you. It doesn't mean that you don't defend your family. After all, somebody who doesn't provide for and defend for their family is worse than an infidel. But it does mean that if somebody has stolen something from you, you don't go and seek after legal recourse just to get your way and to get back what was rightfully yours. You instead are to show love. It doesn't, once again, in our day and age, we have a little bit of an issue of people worrying about being walked all over and stepped on for that. Because if we show such great amounts of love and forgiveness, then will we be taken advantage of? Well, it is possible that the people would take advantage of such a kindness. But then again, it might be possible that they would see a genuine love in us and want to turn their hearts to God as a result of what they see through that. And so, if somebody tries to sue you, just willingly let it go, settle it. If somebody deserves to be sued by you, well, let it go. Don't worry about it. Don't try to get revenge. After all, God has made it very clear that revenge is His to take care of, not ours. And so if God decides He wants to take vengeance for what has been done, He will do so. He will take care of it. Put your trust in the Lord. Verse 43 says, "Ye have heard that it hath been said, Thou shalt love thy neighbor and hate thine enemy." Oh, it has been said. Not has been said of old time, but has been said by the Pharisees, the Sadducees, the scribes, and all of those who studied the law. It has been said to love your neighbor, but you can hate your enemy. And then he says, "But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you." Really, this is going hand in hand with what Jesus taught over and over again. Talk about the Samaritan, the Good Samaritan. A Jewish man falls by the wayside, and he's been abused and beaten by these other Jewish highway robbers, most likely Jews, but they were robbers and thieves and evil people. And then the Pharisee comes, and he doesn't want anything to do with it. Another one comes, another Jew, a lawyer comes, doesn't want anything to do with it. And then a Samaritan comes, one of the Jews' enemies, and shows good. And he is the one who's being the neighbor. And it's not about loving people who are neighborly to you. It's about being a neighbor, being loving to everybody you come in contact with. Love your neighbors, but love your enemies as well. He says that ye may, in verse 45, that ye may be the children of your Father which is in heaven. For he maketh his sun to rise on the evil and on the good, and sendeth rain on the just and on the unjust. Or in other words, that you will be known as God's children. Blessed are the peacemakers, they shall be known as the children of God. For he makes his sun to rise, whether you're good or evil, you're going to have the sun, you're going to have the rain. It's going to be there for everybody. And there's no difference. God isn't going to unfairly treat one person over another. And then he says, for if ye love them which love you, what reward have ye? Do not even the publicans the same? God, in allowing the sun to rise on the just and the unjust, is showing us a principle of fairness, of love, to even the unlovable, even the unjust, the evil, the publicans and sinners, as it were, showing them love and giving them these great gifts, even though they choose not to believe in him. In the same respect, we should be willingly loving towards those who hate us, even if it never means any reward for us in the long run. And he asks a very simple question. If you only love the people who love you, what good is it? Do not even the publicans the same? If you salute your brethren only, what do ye more than others? Do not even the publicans so? The sinners, the normal worldly people, don't they treat those who love them well? Don't they do good to those who do good to them? Well, what good are you? What different are you if that's all you do? Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect. Be perfect in love. Be perfected in love. And I'd like to say that as the holiness movement tries to teach it, that perfection of love is what we call sanctification. It's allowing God to do a work in your life that makes it so that even those who are unlovable, you still show them love as best as you can on your part. You still show them love. And by doing so, you're going to honestly be much better equipped to keep the commandments of God, to keep the laws that he wants you to keep. So, no more retaliation. Forget about the eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. It doesn't matter. What good is it going to do? Love those who hate you. Love your enemies. Take care of them. For one, it might mean that you're going to lead some to the Lord. For another, it might mean that you're going to be just exactly what they need to open their eyes to the truth that they've been fighting against. But really, it's just loves perfectly. We should love perfectly. All right. God bless. I hope you have a great day in the Lord. See you tomorrow on another Daily Devotions with Pastor Joe.